Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on iJoomla SEO, one of the world's premier Joomla SEO plugins. Today you're going to learn about how you can save a ton of time doing SEO for Joomla, how you can get more traffic and more hits to your Joomla site using iJoomla SEO, one of the best solutions out there for optimizing your Joomla site for search engines. Now, this webinar is hosted by CloudAccess.net, and my name is Bernie. I'm going to be your host and moderator today. If you'd like to tweet at me during the presentation, you can, at CloudAccess. You can ask me questions. You can also find your GoToMeeting slide-out question area, if you like, and post a question to either me or your presenter today, Merav. We'll introduce Merav in just a moment. Just want to give you a quick little bit about our company, CloudAccess. We are the official host of the demo trial of Joomla at demo.joomla.org. You can launch unlimited free trials of Joomla through our platform. Each of those trials is active for 30 days, and you can upgrade to a paid hosting package at any point. So you could literally launch a site and then go get one of iJoomla's great extensions, plug it in, and be developing within minutes. So your presenter today is Merav. And Merav is a pioneer in the Joomla world. She founded iJoomla.com back in 2005. She's released some of the most successful commercial Joomla extensions in the world, and she specializes in creating complex applications that are powerful and easy to use. Her goal really is customer satisfaction, and that can be said. The same can be said for her company, iJoomla. They develop innovative business quality Joomla extensions, components, modules, and plugins. They have over 30,000 satisfied customers, and again, some of the highest quality Joomla components in the industry. Merav, good morning. Are you there? I know it's good afternoon for you, actually.
Yes, I'm here in Sevilla, Spain. Hi, everybody.
Well, good morning, and we are in northern Michigan in the United States. Folks, find that GoToMeeting slide-out question area. Let Merav and I know where you're attending from. If you'd like to post a question to Merav, do that to her. Tweet it at me. I'll make sure she gets it. I know we have a lot of people registered today, so if we don't get to every question, we apologize, but hopefully Merav can show us a place to follow up through her site. I do want to just kind of give you an overview of what she's going to talk about today. I think she's going to talk about managing meta tags and optimizing pages, indirect links and monitoring keywords and creating automatic keywords for pages, linking SEO stats, and much more. And again, please stick around for a Q&A session at the end. I am recording this presentation. It will be available later today on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CloudAccess. I'll show you that towards the end of the webinar. And a few people letting us know where they're attending from. Bridget in Atlanta, Donna in New York, and Kathy in North Carolina. Thank you for attending. And Merav, I'm going to go ahead and pass the presentation over to you. Sound good?
Sounds great. Okay, so why are you here? You're here because, I'm assuming, because you worked really hard on creating a great Joomla site, but nobody really knows about it, or you get very little organic traffic from search engines and you don't know why, right? Okay, so let's start with what is SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And a loose definition is basically the process that you have to do in order to rank higher on organic search results. When I say organic, I mean free. And that's what everybody wants, because everybody can pay for traffic, but nobody really wants to pay for traffic. And there's really no reason to pay for traffic if you don't have to. So SEO has two parts. The first part is to tell search engines what your site is about. It's called on-page optimization. The second part is to prove to search engines like Google that your site is important enough in its field so that they'll rank you higher and you'll get all this great free traffic. And it's called off-page optimization. What is on-page optimization? Everything you can do by yourself on your own site to optimize it for search engines. And that includes meta tags, title tag, which is the most important thing, the keywords meta tag, which is not important except for your own reference to know what you're optimizing for. Description meta tag, which is important because that's what's going to show on the search results on search engines. We have alt tags, title tags for images, styling, keywords like bold, underline, and italic, keywords linking, internal linking, and keywords saturation. These are all things that you can control, and these are what we consider on-page optimization. And that's how you let Google know what your site or pages are about. Now, what is off-page optimization? Basically, all the things that you can't do right on your site, but other people can do it, will have to do. For example, link to your website. This is probably the most important thing when it comes to SEO, but it's actually out of your control in a way because other people will have to link to you. The more people link to you, the more Google love you're going to get. So that's when it comes to, I'm not going to get really deeply into it, but if your site is really good and has really good content, people will link to you naturally. Okay, so that's something that you can do. Okay, so let's talk about a typical page on your website and see how it needs to be optimized. The first thing you need to do is you need to pick a keyword or a phrase, no more than 3 for a page, so that you can focus on this keyword. So you focus the entire page on that keyword or phrase. A mistake I see often is that people focus on many different keywords on the same page, but that's just diluting the importance of the keyword. So you want to focus on one keyword or one phrase at a time. Now you want to place this keyword or phrase once, at least once, no, actually just once on the title tag with a few more things. Okay, we're going to go into it later. And you want to place this keyword or phrase inside the article title once. And then you also want to add this keyword or phrase inside the copy or the text of your page a few times, not just once. Okay. Now all the images on your page should have an alt and a title tag with this keyword and phrase as well. All those things are reinforcing how important this keyword is, okay, or the relevance of this page with this keyword. Now, all the other pages on your site should also link to this page with the keyword or phrase as the anchor. Let's take an example. Let's say that you're selling organic dog food. So your title tag should be organic dog food, maybe a few more words after that. The keyword meta tag should be organic dog food, and the tag should be organic dog food for your images. And then the anchor text from other pages should be organic dog food. All right, so on-page optimization really becomes less important the more incoming links you have. For example, Joomla.org. Joomla.org, they can pretty much do whatever they want, and they'll always be ranking high on Google because they have so many income links. But until you have thousands and millions of sites linking to you, you still need to do search engine optimization. Okay, now all this sounds pretty easy and straightforward, right? But once you start doing SEO, you'll quickly figure out that it's not that easy or simple. And why? Because we have a few problems. We actually have 3 big problems, and we have 1 easy solution. All right. Problem number 1. Even though Joomla is a powerful CMS, it still makes it very hard to do SEO fast and effectively, and it's near impossible to do SEO properly without a special add-on. To be more specific, some SEO tasks are simply impossible with just core Joomla. For example, controlling the title tag of an article. You can't, because Google takes the article title and makes it the title tag, which is a big problem. Sometimes you want to add more keywords to it, sometimes you want to optimize it, and you don't want the article to have all those keywords in it. You can't really control the description of a menu item page, okay? You can't automate alt tags and title tags for images, and you can't automate keywords linking. All those things you can't do with Joomla, with core Joomla. Problem number 2, SEO is really boring and really time-consuming. Let's face it, nobody wants to sit around all day and do SEO. I don't know anybody like that. If you know somebody like that, please send them to me, okay? If you have more than a few articles, like most people do, it gets really time-consuming and really boring. And as a result, you tend to just not do it. If you want to be more specific, if you have thousands of articles, you have to open each one of them, optimize, close, alt tags, title tags for each image. That also takes a long time. You have to remember to link every keyword to the correct page. You have to make sure that your keyword saturation is not too high, not too low. You don't want to be a spammer, and so on. So the conclusion is that SEO is not something that you may have to do. It's something that you will have to do. So how iJoomla SEO solve all these problems? It allows you to do things that you can't do with core Joomla. It speeds up the SEO process, so you can save 95% of your time. It automates a lot of the mundane tasks that you never have to remember to do them. And it gives you an edge over your competition because by speeding up and automating a lot of the SEO tasks, you don't have to ever remember them. That's an edge right there over your competition. So the main features of iJoomla SEO is it allows you to edit all your meta tags on one page. That's huge because you don't have to go and open all those pages and optimize them and then close and open again. You can also monitor your keywords on Google, see how they're doing. Is the keyword going up or down? That's huge, right? You can create automatic keyword links. You can add alt tags and title tags to images automatically. You can optimize pages on the fly. You can view keyword saturation, and you can stylize keyword automatically. That's just the main features. There's a bunch of other things. I'll give you a short background about iJoomla SEO. It's the first SEO extension for Joomla. It was released as iJoomla meta tag generator back in 2006. It was our first extension. And since then, it evolved into what it is today. It's a very mature product, 7 years in development. It's native for Joomla. It's not a hack or a bridge. It's currently available for Joomla 1.5, 2.5. It just released. It's constantly getting directory. It's very easy to use and to understand. It comes with a full Joomla video SEO course. So let's get started. Bernie, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here. Are you going to, yeah, I'm still here. Are you going to give us a back-end demonstration?
Yes. So now we're ready for the back-end. Let me just log in. Well, I'm logging into our demo. If anybody wants to see the demo, you can just simply go to our website, iJoomla.com, click on demo, and you'll see a link there. You just log in. Oops. Okay. That's a famous, very famous Joomla issue. So what I do in this case, I just delete the session cookie, refresh, and that should do it. If anybody doesn't use this, this is the developer toolbar of Firefox. I highly recommend. It has a bunch of really cool tools like what I just did right now. Okay, so let's go to components, iJoomla SEO. And I'm going to start showing you everything we talked about earlier. I'm going to focus mainly on the big features because there's dozens of little features, okay? All right, so I'm going to start with one of the main features, which is managing the meta tags. Now, this is our demo site. It doesn't have much of content, but you can see that every article, you can see that you can enter the meta tag, the title meta tag, the keyword meta tag, the description meta tag right here. You can even view the article if you click here. You can also right now we're seeing the menu items, but you can also see the articles. We also support Zoo, K2, Kanuna, and EasyBlog, all those things. So when you switch, you're going to see a different set of items that you can edit. So as you can see, it's really easy to just go ahead and type everything you need to type, save, and you're done. Okay. Now, another thing that you might want to pay attention to is that you have some buttons here that make it really, really easy. You can move items from, let's say, the title tag to the keywords tag. Let's say that you have a bunch of articles and they all have a title tag, but they don't have a keywords meta tag, or vice versa. Then you just click on the right button and it will just move it from one place to the other. Another thing that you have, if you go to articles and you edit the articles meta tags, you have a generate description button. So you don't actually have to type the description. It will just grab it from your content. So that's another huge time saver. And once it grabs it from the content, you can look at it, see does it have enough keywords in it, does it say what I want it to say when people get it on search engines. If not, you can just modify it and save and you're done. So that's the meta tag manager. this by itself is so useful. I actually don't create any site without installing Joomla SEO on it. All right, let's check out the track keyword feature. Basically, it's a demo, that's why it's not showing here much, right? It's not real content, but basically it's going to show you the Google rank here. It's number 1, number 2, number 5, whatever it is on Google right now. And if it's changing, like if it's up or down, it will show like an arrow, red or green, to show you if it's going up or down and how much it's going up or down. You can also see the change. When was the last time it was checked on Google? You can also make some keywords sticky so that you can find them really easy later. Let's say that you have 100 keywords, but only 10 of them are really important to you. You can just make them sticky, and then you can choose to show only the sticky items so that you can focus on them. And the last column here will take you to Google to see this phrase, to see how it looks like over there, and you can see what your position is. Now, if you want to add new keywords, you can just enter, and it will show here at the end. Optimize pages. Optimize pages is really, really powerful because many times you want to optimize your pages, but once again, if you have to go and open every article and edit the things there, it's just really tedious process. But if you see all your pages here, and you can simply see the title tag, the description, the keywords that you have here, then it's really easy. So what you do, if you want to make any changes, you click Edit, and you can make the changes to your meta tags right on the fly and make changes to the content of the article right on the fly. So that's hugely powerful and hugely time-saving. The next feature we're going to talk about is redirects. I don't know if you know, but when you link to a lot of sites, it's not so good for your site. So you don't want to link to too many sites. But let's say that you do have to put a link. You can make sure that it doesn't really go directly to the site and that it adds a no-follow tag so that your site doesn't bleed. Okay, so that's why we allow you to create like a link, like an indirect link, so that you can use this link instead of the URL of that other site. If we open one of those items, you can see that you can say, okay, I want to, let's say, link to Google. This is the real link. I want it to open in a new window. I want it to add a no-follow to it. And we can even set the link text. And then when people, but when you go to the site and you add that link, you add this link instead of the actual google.com link. This is just a nice feature that allows you to create indirect links. You can also use this tag if you want to save time. All right, the next feature that is one of my favorites, and I use it a lot, it's called keyword linking. Internal linking is very, very important. You want to make sure, like I explained before, that if you have an article that is focused on a certain keyword, you want to make sure that you link to this page with that keyword. All right, so what this allows you to do, it allows you to create those links automatically, so you never have to think about it. For example, every time the word Joomla appears on my site, it links it to iJoomla. Every time the word extension, it links it to iJoomla. But this is not really a great example, but let's say that if we go back to the dog food, every time organic dog food shows up, link it to this page, and open it in a new window. Let's see how it looks like from the inside. If you click on one of those examples, you can see which word is going to be rendered. You can even put it in different categories, right? You can even have a tooltip, which is also helpful for SEO. And this is where you want this link to go. You can link it to an external site. You can link it to an article on your site, and then you can choose the article. You can link it to a menu item on your site, or you can place no link whatsoever. So it's really up to you. So this is useful not just to create internal links, it's also useful to create external links. For example, if you are affiliated, if you're an affiliate of a site and you're promoting the product, you want every time the name of the product shows up on your site to link to them with the affiliate link, but you don't want to log into the affiliate program and grab the code every time. It's tedious. So what you do, you set it up once, and every time this product name shows up, it will link to the affiliate site, right? However, this has nothing to do with search engine optimization. It's just a cool benefit of using this particular feature. So this is the keyword linking, also very powerful. Every one of those features have like a settings that you can look to see what else you can do, like the meta tags manager has its own settings. Let's take a look. You can see the counters, the different counters, and you can change it, and there's a bunch of things that you can do if you just check out the settings. One more thing about the settings, if you go to Google Ping, for example, you can set up different things that are related to how this software interacts with Google. For example, right now it checks by default google.com, but you can change it to any Google, like whatever your country is, whatever you're targeting for. You can also check, well, how often do you want the keyword, the ranking to be checked on Google? Once a day, every 2 days, once a week, whatever. If you want it to do manually, automatically, all this is up to you, and you can set it up here easily. You also have settings for other things, like we talked about earlier, that you want to add, if you want to add an alt tag and title tag to images, this is how you do it. You can set it up so that it will take the keyword that you set up in the article and use that as the alt tag or the image tag, which is perfect. It's exactly what you need. You can also stylize keywords or phrases just by adding strong or keyword or bold or underline to those keywords, and that also reinforces the importance of the keyword on the page. And here you're allowed to replace different Joomla classes with like H1, H2, H3, which is also important for SEO. So Bernie, I think I'm pretty much done with going over all the features. Joomla SEO is not a huge component, not like a job social. We can talk about it for a few days. It's more moderate in size. So I'm happy to take any questions.
Yeah, super. A couple questions have popped up already so far. Remember, you can reach out to me on Twitter at CloudAccess, and you can tweet at Marav too at iJoomla. Marcos posted a question about your listing in the JED, and he wrote, in the JED you state iJoomla SEO doesn't add SEF in your articles. Can you explain what this means?
Okay, that's a great question. Let me show you. It's just better to actually, let's just choose, let's just go directly to the SEO site. SEF, what SEF means is search engine friendly, and URLs can be either friendly or not friendly. Let's talk about what is an unfriendly URL. Unfriendly URL is when you see that the URL has a bunch of variables, a bunch of question marks, numbers and stuff like that. That's not friendly, because when people look at the URL, they have no idea what the page is about, right? But let's take a look at a friendly URL. If you go to pricing, you can see that the URL now says pricing, right? So you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that this page is about pricing. That's why it's called search engine. It actually, some people call it human-friendly URLs, okay? That's a different definition. But it's also friendly for search engines, because when search engines read this, they know what this page is about, okay? Now, that's something that's very important to do for SEO, but iJoomla SEO does not do it. The reason we don't do it is just because it's a completely different application that has its own set of features, and other people are doing it fine. There's I like SEF Advanced, there's a SH44, there's a bunch of other extensions that do SEF URLs. Very important for SEO. But actually, if you have a very small Joomla site, you don't even need it, because Joomla Core does it for you to a certain extent.
All right, very good. Hopefully that helps.
I hope that answered this question.
Yeah. Mark has a question from the UK. Is Google rank on the keywords manager from google.com, or can it be from a local site, google.co.uk? Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And I think I showed it, but I don't know if you guys heard me properly. Oops. Hang on. Let me log in. If you go to, yes, settings, Google Ping, you can see that you can set up the Google extension here. So by default it's google.com, but you can set it to google.co UK or whatever you want.
Very good. Very good, Mark. Hopefully that answers your question. Cheryl writes, great content. Can you please add a little bit more details on indirect, no-follow links? Does iSEO automatically replace, so for example, a Google link with an indirect link, or do you have to manually replace this?
You have to manually do it. Let's take an example here. Okay, I'm trying to find a link. Not a good example. We don't have that many links here. But anyway, if you, let's say that you have a link that you want to link outside, you actually have to manually change that link to the link that you can create on iJoomla SEO. It's not going to do it automatically for you. I think that answers the question. By the way, indirect links and redirects, it used to be more important. From what I understand, it's not as important anymore to do that because Google doesn't consider it as bleeding of your site. But some people like to do it, and we still have this feature. We kept it.
Cool. Bridget posted a question about how you can install this on your website. I'm going to, Bridget, I'm not sure if you're new to Joomla. If you'd like some instructions on how to install an extension, I can send those to you separately. Merav might give you a brief.
Actually, here's an example of how you can install iJoomla SEO. We have it here. I can just show it. We actually use something called iJoomla installer. Let's see how long it's going to take to load because internet here is not great, as you guys can see. Okay. Basically, the iJoomla installer is what you download, and then you click a button, and then it just installs it for you. And every time you have an update, you click a button to update, and it will just update it for you. I don't know why it's taking so long. Let's try this again. Okay, maybe we can move on and show this when it's... Oh, here we go. All right, so as you can see now, we have this iJoomla installer. It has all the iJoomla extensions that are ready for 3.0. And you can see iJoomla SEO is here. You can see that the installed version is 3.00. But there's a new version, and I need to upgrade it, so I'm just going to click Upgrade. Hopefully it will work as it should. And there's some problem here on this side because it's a demo site. It has a lot of special things to it to make sure that nobody hacks into it. But anyway, the idea of it is that you can install on the fly, you can upgrade on the fly, you can buy it if you don't have the extension, and that's the iJoomla installer. So it should be really, really easy for anybody, even beginners in Joomla, to use to install iJoomla SEO.
Cool. Very good. Bridget, hopefully that helps you. Andrew says, today the iSEO update 3.0.1 appears, but there is no change log at the moment. Are there any changes or just bug fixes?
This was literally released an hour ago before the webinar, and I didn't have a chance to write the change log. I'm going to do it right after the webinar. It was just one bug in the keyword manager that we fixed.
Cool. Very good. Muzi from South Africa says, great presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Anna has said, good webinar. Bridget
Thanks,
posted,
guys.
Bridget posted another question. How difficult or easy is this tool for an inexperienced developer who is trying to learn about SEO?
Well, I think that if you get this tool and you get the video course that we have, actually it's easy even without the video course, but if you really are a beginner, take the video course, take an hour. It really just takes an hour to do it. Go over the video tutorials. Each video tutorial is like 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. And you will have such a better understanding of SEO, what it is and how to do it. Then it's going to be really easy. You won't need any special experience to do it. And like any other skill that you learn, you get better with SEO as you go. But the basics you're going to get from the course, the video course.
And, just to follow up on that, I love doing these webinars with Merav because iJoomla is serious and Merav is serious, and their support is very, very good. And whenever I have a chance to promote iJoomla, I do it because they're just really high quality extensions. Patricia says it's a version of SEO for 3.1. So is it 3.0 ready?
Yes. Actually,
Okay.
our versions have nothing to do with the Joomla versions. It just so happens that it's the same right now, but it has nothing to do. It's not completely tied up to the version of Joomla. But yes, it is ready for Joomla 3 and
Cool.
beyond.
Very good. Marco says Google SERP returns a bunch of bogus links and pages that don't exist in my site. Will this application fix that issue?
Pages that don't exist at all?
That's very strange.
It is very strange. I would recommend going to a Google Webmaster tool and signing up there. This way you're going to get a better understanding of what's going on with all those links. You know, I don't believe that they don't exist, but they're probably generated by some engine that you're not even aware of. There are some Joomla extensions that create just these really bad links, and you have to pay attention. So if you go and sign up to Google Webmaster Tools, you will see everything that's going on. It's like, I don't know if you can even do SEO without it, because it just gives you so much inside information about what's going on your site.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Good suggestion. Andrew says or asks, I am using iSEO for a long time, but I have 527 missing meta descriptions at my site. Most of the missing descriptions are from the Joomla Social component, which do not work with iSEO, and K2, which just work with parts of iSEO. The tags, as example, don't work properly. Will there be an update to work? Will this work properly in the future?
Okay, I'd like to ask what versions of Joomla Social he uses.
Good question.
Because we actually spent some time on SEO with Joomla Social 3. I want to say 0.02 or something like that. Not Joomla Social 3, but one of the versions that was released after that. We really improved the SEO so it doesn't create those multiple duplicate pages like it was creating before. So upgrading to the new Joomla Social should fix this problem.
Okay.
But if it doesn't, please send me an email.
Yeah.
Andrew, I will look into that because I'm really interested in SEO for Joomla Social as well.
Yeah,
see what else we can improve there.
He's using 3.0.5 for Joomla Social, it sounds like. So.
Okay, so I would like him to contact me directly on Facebook or something so I can see what's going on with that.
Yeah, reach out on Facebook or Twitter. And Marav, can you show off iJoomla's homepage so we can see any? I know someone's asking about pricing, and we'd also kind of like to know a little bit about support, how we get a little bit of help.
Right. So yes, of course, we support iJoomla SEO. There's one. If you talk about pricing, there's one package, but we people who hesitate, we give them this thing, try it out for $77, and you can download it once. You don't get an upgrade. So it's really downgraded the version of it, and you get forum support. You don't get VIP support. Okay. So if you really just want to try it out, you can always upgrade later. You can try this. But what I recommend is to get the Pro, that you can actually get VIP support and forum support, and you get unlimited upgrades and downloads for a whole year. Okay. But if you're hesitating, try it out. It's also fine. As far as support, we have, like I said, forum support that you can access it from here. Just clicking on forum. You can access the VIP support, which is just more personal with the developers, and they can help you with any problems, any issues, conflicts, or bugs, or whatever. That's it. Fully supported.
All right. Very good. Yeah, I've never heard anything but great comments about your support there. Your support team. Andrew says he's going to reach out to you directly, and he thanks you. And Dion has a comment saying, thanks. I'm one of those guys that is starting out, and these webinars are excellent. They raise my determination to sink my teeth into Joomla and the opportunities that open up. Many thanks. You're very welcome. And Paul has one more comment on the installer. He doesn't want the installer. So
why not? Can I ask?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Let us know, Paul, why you don't want that. And, you know, Anna would like just a really quick, is there a 60-second overview you can provide of your other products?
60 seconds of all for all of them together?
I know there's so many good ones.
Yeah, I mean I can try. Well,
I'll time you.
Okay. iJoomla ad agency is for advertising, creating advertising program, basically making money from the traffic you already have. Job Social, I don't think needs any introduction. It's the #1 extension for creating a community on Joomla, similar to Facebook. And we took over this project in January of this year. It's getting just better and better. Version 3.1 is out really next week or the week after. Really amazing extension, very powerful. Ad agency is also really, really powerful. I would really like you to check it out. Check out our demo. Guru is another super complicated and like comprehensive extension for learning systems. If you wanna start selling online courses, create a university or a school, Guru is really, really powerful. Publisher is for creating like a news site, like CNN. So if you want to create a news site, really powerful, Publisher is the one for you. Both Publisher and Guru are in development for Joomla 3. They're not ready yet. Magma is actually a product of another developer who asked us to sell it on our site, and we sell it on our site. It's really, we use it. We use Magma as our support platform. It's very powerful as well. It's ready for 3.0. And we have two little ones, iJoomla Sidebars and iJoomla Service, not ready for Joomla 3 yet. Pretty simple extensions, very good. I like them both, but they're not like huge like the other ones. That's it. Did I make it?
You are at about 1.5 minutes. So next time we ask you to do that, we'll see if you can't improve that time a little bit. Let's see. Paul followed up on his question about the installer and says, because I don't want it adding all unnecessary things to the site.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. You install only what you want. It install. You click on the install button only of the extension that you want. That's it. So it doesn't really add anything. And the code is still open source. It's just much easier to manage and update later.
All right. Paul, hopefully that helps you. And, Todd has one last question, I think, for today. The developer version is limited to 5 domains, and he has more than 5. Customers, and how can he install it for more than 5 sites?
You can install it for more than 5 sites. We actually don't limit to how many sites you can install it on. However, the support we give is only for 5 domains. You see, support costs, and I know that some people don't realize it, but having support team is just expensive, right? And if people start installing it on hundreds of sites, and we have to support all those hundreds of sites and all their little configurations and different plugins that they have and all the conflicts that they have, we're just going to run out of business, right? So we have to limit it. So basically we say, okay, we give you this for a huge discount here, right? But we only support 5 domain names. You can install it on any sites that you want. There is no limit.
All right.
Every one of those versions, yeah.
So 5 supported domains. So hopefully that clarifies. And Dion asks, when do you anticipate Guru to be ready for Joomla 3?
That's the million-dollar question. We actually, this is, okay, so here's the deal with Guru. Guru is a very, very complicated application that took us 3 years to develop. And when we had to migrate it to Joomla 3, it just became like pretty much like redoing it, because Joomla 3 is such a different animal. So we had to redo everything from scratch almost. So we're still we have 70 bugs to go, which is better than 150 bugs that we had last week. We're working through those bugs, and when all these bugs are fixed, we're going to release it. So I think it can take another month.
Very good. Very good. Well, maybe we can do a webinar on that one.
Yes.
But the first webinar we did together, you were in California, and I think the second one too, and now you're in Madrid. Next time you'll probably be, I'm guessing, Australia. It's just a guess. I don't know.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, we'll see. But thank you very much for doing this with us today, Merav.
No problem. I actually posted the full video for everybody to see on our Facebook page. And we also have, you can also ask questions there if you have any follow-up questions. Actually, I use Facebook a lot more than Twitter, So if you want to ask questions, that's the place, okay? Right on Facebook.
All right.
Facebook.com/iJoomla. Oh, Bernie, I forgot to say that we have a promo code for everybody.
Oh, well, let's get that out for sure.
Cloud 2013 is the promo code. It gives you 20% off.
Wonderful.
It's valid for the next 48 hours.
Excellent. Excellent. Let's go to your Facebook page at facebook.com/iJoomla. And Marav just posted this here about SEO. So come and watch this. Come and like their page too. 2,500 likes. Come and like our page at Cloud Access.
Yeah, I just want to say something about our Facebook page. If you're looking for a very serious page, don't even get close, because we have a bunch of jokes and stuff. We don't want to take ourselves too seriously. So we have, from time to time, we post jokes, and we post things about iJoomla too, but we're just trying to lighten things up and maybe put a smile on your face.
Yeah, it's a social network.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun. We'll post details here about today's webinar where you can access the recording, and also maybe a little bit more about that promotional code, 20% off. Lastly, let me just show off our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CloudAccess. We have really close to 7,000 subscribers at this point. And if you do subscribe, you'll receive a message every time a new training video becomes available. Also, very quickly, at CloudAccess.net, you can launch your demo trial and begin developing Joomla immediately. Your site will be ready in about 60 seconds. And just want to put in a plug for some of our upcoming webinar events. After today, let's see, Monday of next week, we're going to have a JSN Power Admin webinar. This is with the Joomla Shine folks. This is making your Joomla administration experience a lot easier. Nicholas is going to be attending from France to help us with the Hikashop webinar to learn about a really popular e-commerce solution for Joomla. Parth is coming back from Tech Joomla to give us 2 webinars on JGive, a donations and fundraising subscription or solution for Joomla, and then Quick2Cart, which is another e-commerce solution as well. We've got a couple more to schedule, and Marav, thanks again.
Thank you, Bernie.
It's always a pleasure. Yeah, it's always fun. Good luck developing your Joomla site, everyone. Hopefully you can reach out to us on social channels if you need us, and we hope to see you in a webinar really soon. Take care.